So actually, Xing, do you mind to share the screen to so I want to take notes. It's easier for me to take notes this way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see.
So we want to go over the feature.
Right. Because tomorrow is the deadline. Yeah.
Right. So we can go to the project.
This one's
the doc has a
change.
link.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah, the first always goes to the first one. There was a beta thing. Always go to that one first. Okay. This one, right? 1.23. We have everything here in progress, I believe. Yeah. Okay. So okay. So I think this one is. I believe this one is going well. Is Yang here? I think there is just one PR that is pending. Oh, I think Yang is discussing whether we should cut a for the external, not the provisional lib. Do we need to cut a release for that one? And then external provisional PR, that one is pending. That right? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Exactly.
So I think we can. Are we waiting for anything? Any more changes in that lib?
Well, I would like to hear more opinions about that, if we need a new config option or not, and if Matthew has something in the queue.
Do we need to add a new config option? I thought you were just asking whether we should bump the major version or not. Do we need
yeah.
I think I was looking at it. Okay, so I'm looking at this one. I think we need to bump a version, probably bump a major version. So I'm just looking at this section.
Well, that's the question I'm asking. Like, probably we don't, but I would like to hear back from the others.
Right, because I think this is a behavior change, isn't it? It's a behavior change. Now, this new Kubernetes, this particular feature doesn't need a new requirement, but this requirement this written here is that meaning in general, everything has to go up. When we bump the minimum version in the past for this external provisioner, do we because for this one we do need to change this minimum requirement.
Yeah, but that's the versioning of the provisioner, not of the library.
Oh yes, the library. Yeah, this one is about the this is on the CSI. The library. Okay, that I don't know, but the library.
I was just
I was thinking about the provision. Okay, you're talking about the library itself. Okay, that I don't know. Maybe then I have not.
Collect feedback and we will see. Okay, it's in the process.
I think probably still, but in the past, how are you guys when do you guys bump the version? I mean, it should be the same. I mean, it should be the same guideline, similar to this guideline. Like, does it change the default behavior? Or does it change behavior? Same. I think it should be similar, isn't it? And
it is changing this one particular configuration option to use finalizers. Before it was applied only during provisioning. Now it's applied also to existing PVs. So yeah, that is a behavioral change. Question is if it is more a bug fix than
right. You can think about it as a bug fix as well. It's just like we have this feature gate, and also to use that you will need to use this minimum.
No. This is the library. This is something different.
Okay.
There is already finalizer handling now.
Okay.
We are changing it a bit. But there already is finalizer handling. The external provisioner will need to have bump definitely and feature gate, but the library doesn't.
Okay.
Probably. I can be convinced otherwise easily.
Okay, so you're basically thinking that you need like just a minor version, basically.
Yeah. But again, I can be convinced otherwise very easily. I never released the library, and that's why I'm asking Matthew.
It's
So,
I think it's a Matt Wang, right? Who usually is the one who
Yeah.
not, but he usually does not attend this meeting.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So about this feature, this is alpha feature, right? And we have the feature gate.
It will be alpha in the external provisioner.
And the changes inside of the Kubernetes, or you're thinking there are some changes in Kubernetes?
Yeah, there are small changes in
talking
the
about the lib. What do you call that? This is the provisional lib. The full name. This is the on the Kubernetes 6, the lib that is used by the external provisioner. So whether this one does the release of need a major version bump? Yes, that's the question. This is the question, I guess. We do need to release it, of course. It's just like, do we need the major version bump? I guess that's the question.
This library used by external provisioner.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's only used by external provisioner.
No. There are other provisioners that use it.
So
we have all this old NFS provisioner that is not CSI.
So what's the downside of like different choices, or what's the?
Like in case somebody uses the finalizer in the library today, they could be surprised. I think it's a positive surprise, but I don't know.
So
anyway, I will sync with Matthew. What is the usual procedure here?
Okay. All right, then maybe, yeah, you can, yeah. So I think this one, at least this is all external, so it's not, we don't have to get this decided even by the merge deadline. At least we have a little more time. So, but we should probably get it decided this week, right?
Okay.
Next week is holiday now, so try to get it decided. Unless, I mean, you can ping him offline, right? You can find him, right?
Yeah, I pinged him on Slack already.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's see what does he says.
Start a Slack thread so everyone can.
Yeah, Yang has already started. It's there.
There is a Slack thread on
CSI.
Okay.
No, this one. Where is it? Oh no, I think it's that. Probably don't have it. I think just this morning I saw that.
Oh, okay.
Morning. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Michelle, what did Michelle say? Let's see. The new behavior is optional. I don't think the major bump is required. NFS provision uses the new rules automatically enabled when old. We need to add another option. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like we need maybe again need to decide on this one. Okay.
Yeah. We can comment on that thread.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, she was saying this is a optional behavior. Optional. It's not like everyone is required. So that's kind of okay. So that's that's what the okay. So you think, so Yang, you think maybe we need some additional changes here?
I don't know. I personally don't think so.
Okay.
But if the agreement is that we should make it optional, then I will make it optional. Or
okay, so maybe we just
make it optional.
So maybe we just need Matt to chime in because he's the one who is maintaining that one, right? So probably need to,
yes.
If he is okay, whatever decision, then we can make a decision, I think.
Again, I will sync with him and we will see.
All right, I will just say that. Just say Yang will, sync up with Matt to decide this version bump. Right. Okay. Then we can, yeah. And then of course you can have continue discussion on the Slack. Okay. Right. And we can move to next. So this one at least because we already everything that is required in tree is already there. So that's good. So we are fine with this. You know, thinking about tomorrow's deadline. I think Ben is not, yeah, because Ben already said he can't make this one. So this one is out. Boarding house. Okay, so this one, I was just chatting with Haman on this one. So there are two more things we need to get fixed on this PR for this boarding house. And then the author though, he you know, he's in different time zone. He's in Japan, so hopefully he will get it updated tonight. And then we still need to get people to approve it. So it's a little tight. So we might miss it, but we'll see. We'll try to get in. Haman, do you have any other comments on this? Is Haman here? Sorry,
I am here. I was speaking on mute.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah, I think once he addresses it, yeah, we should be able to make progress with it. The only thing is that then we have to still kind of get approval from the the metric team. So I think that should be okay. We should be able to get it approval, but we need to do it kind of fast. We don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought this other person has some other opinion, like he wants us to do it completely differently. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm not sure where this one's going. But do you think he's okay just to let us do whatever we want to do? He was proposing something different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that we can figure it out. Figure it out, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so this one is a maybe. And skateboarding ownership. I think this one we're good. This is John. Is it Jonathan's or is this
skip volumes on the
or is it Herman's? Or who is
that might be mine.
Oh, okay. This one is good, right? Are we all set?
Yep.
Can we move to down or do we still have like documentation or something?
I still have documentation actually.
Okay, all right.
But yeah.
Okay, all right. So we're good. But like at least we don't have anything from for tomorrow's deadline. We are all set, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And then the next one is allow CSI driver to opt in.
Yeah, that one's mine. So this one's done. The website and .prs are merged as well.
Oh, okay. So this one is all set. So we can move down.
Sorry, what was that?
I can move this one to down, right? There's nothing left, right? Everything. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Correct.
We have one down. Next one is, this is Haman's recover from expansion.
Yeah, still I think so I addressed all the comment that Jan had except that what we talked about, the empty string when the deciding is finished. Yeah, we could not agree on a name in the meeting, and I could not think of a name afterwards. I don't know what. I think empty string. There are existing examples where empty string is being used for similar state. So I don't know, but it also has to be reviewed by Tim or I don't know some API reviewers. So I pinged Tim Hawkin on Slack. I pinged him on yeah last week, but he has yet to take a look. So
but
finger crossed.
Michelle,
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, Michelle reviewed like kind of as an API reviewer, right?
Yeah.
So she should has the like a right to approve, not necessarily Tim.
I don't think she has right to approve. Michelle reviewed it, and I addressed all of Michelle's comments. So the test and everything what she asked, and yours and Michelle every comment I think I addressed, but still it will probably need a review and approval from
But
Tim.
you can probably pin Michelle, then Michelle can pin Tim. I think Michelle is helping Tim. That's my understanding. So maybe
Okay.
if she's okay, maybe Tim just does not have to go like that because he's so busy. Yeah, you can probably pin Michelle.
I can do that.
Mm.
But yeah, I have pinged Tim also, so I don't know. Fingers crossed, and I will follow up with Michelle and Tim offline. If anybody has any other ideas on this, that'll be more than welcome. But yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is, I know you change right now from like the failure, like expansion failure, treat them as like a transient failure.
Yeah.
So I just maybe we can talk offline, but I feel they're both like miss some use cases. Maybe we don't need to treat them as a transient failure. So that's not cover one case. But if we treat everything as transient failure, it's also miss one use case. So
Yeah,
which
so
one should go? Yeah.
and the entry ones, like we don't have the granularity that we want to return different errors. Like, and
I understand. So it's just like we have a choice, like to either treat just as failure or treat them everything as transient failure. They're like
if we
like
treat everything as final error from entry, then it's unsafe. So I chose like safety over, because if we treat everything as final, then what will happen is that all resize operations are recoverable for entry. Like any kind of failure, even a timeout, if a timeout happens, then user resizes the size, it will try to reduce the size, which is basically unsafe. So I made a choice. I kind of thought like, okay, it's better to be safe rather than have the feature for entry plugins. Entry plugins, we can revisit it next release, and we have to add for each plugin separately. And for CSI resizer, already I'm working on implementation. So the main thing we need is the CSI resizer. For entry, I thought it's not as important, so I didn't fix it.
Okay.
And we can talk offline.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so this one still need a bit more time. Okay, hopefully we can get it in. And this one is this is the SIG apps one. Auto remove safer set PVCs. Jean, do you know the status? I don't see Matt here.
If Matt is not here, I don't think we can finish by tomorrow.
Okay. Then we will out, because I think this one I thought it's only waiting for other people to review. I thought he has everything done last release. Not sure what. Okay. But anyway,
I can chat with him, confirm with him.
Okay. But that's how I remember last week's update. I remember that's what he was saying. He's like still waiting for people to review. Maybe I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay.
So why this does not have the title? It's just a link. it's
You
okay.
probably didn't add a title, or I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think this is because this is already merged. You added the merged one. Maybe that's why. Like those are PRs, maybe, I guess. Is that right? Or issues or PR? Maybe issues. This is merged, so it's like a link. Does not have a PR title, issue title. Maybe that's why, I guess. Okay, and okay, and then we have those CSI migration. So, okay, so I'm actually not sure what is left. Did you check with Java about this?
Oh,
so there are like two CSI migration related. Well, actually there are. Well, over the weekend there was something going on about some exception requests. But those are actually not SAF. Those are like the cloud provider ones. We actually got exception approved by the release team. But this is a different one. This is the SAF, and then there was the other one about Portworx. Last time Humble said they are kind of in good progress. So, but I don't know what is the status right now.
Right. Because Java right now is in China, so let me see.
Okay, I see.
Let me see whether I can be able to chat with him at a later time, and I will update on the doc or on the Slack. I can ask him to update. Yeah.
Did we ever publish that blog?
The blog is I think it's still on hold. I think maybe because I probably need to update something. I don't know if they're waiting for me. I reviewed it once, so some comments. So.
That's probably a good idea because the timelines may change, I think so.
Yeah, but yeah, the blog is okay. We don't have to get it merged tomorrow. So I think there was one thing was about like the vSphere one, right? I asked him. He had some statement there, so I asked him to remove that. I think that one actually need to be changed. I will at least add comments for that one.
Did we get PRs for Azure file and Azure? I don't know. I haven't seen. Yeah, for migration, I don't know.
I thought those are just need to update the cap, I believe. Michelle says she's going to update the cap. So it's like the milestone needs to be changed. Is there anything else that we need to do?
The feature gate needs to be changed.
Oh, I thought those would probably have those. I thought, oh, I could be wrong. Can check with Michelle because I thought they were just asking for us to actually need to be tracked because all of like the Azure and AWS, those are not tracked. The release team said we need to track them.
Okay.
That was the exception.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, okay, so that one. And then this is the, okay, so this is the allow Kubernetes to supply pods if it's group to sit on pod. This is, who is working on this? Is Haman or is this Chan?
I'm working on this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is all set, right? Do we
not yet. So there's one remaining PR that needs to be reviewed, and that's it.
Okay.
That PR is basically moving the feature gate label.
Oh, okay. Then you probably need to. Do you need the review? You have someone review it for you?
Yeah, I think I just need. Michelle had some comments and needed to take a look at it again. I just need to ping her again. Pretty close.
Okay.
And then after that, for the code freeze is pretty much set, but I also need to add some E2E test cases for the test deadline.
Oh, okay. Do you know when is the test deadline?
That's next week, next Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Oh, next Tuesday. They have something Tuesday. Okay, all right. Okay, so we still have a few things that we want to wrap up. Okay. Hey, thank you. Okay, so the next one is Portworx. Like, again, this is the CSI migration one. So we don't know. Looks like this is, I think that's it. That's everything we are tracking. Yeah. So okay, so it looks like the CSI migration one right now, it's kind of a, yeah, there are quite a few things. we're not clear on the status.
Okay.
But everything else we got, I think we got status for everything else, right? Yeah. Okay. And then this is a Patrick. Oh, Patrick's here. Okay, so this one is basically and good. Cheng's also here. I think Cheng basically brought this one up. There was someone in the community put this up. And there was this Go update. So I think the question is, I think we discussed this one earlier. So I think we agreed that we want to update the master branch with 1.17, but I think this is the one that there are, we need to discuss more because there are different opinions on this one. Like for the stable releases, do we want to update this one? I guess that's the question, right, Patrick?
So my take on this is that the CVE that was reported by the community is just not applicable to our components. It's a bug report about the Go runtime when parsing zip files, and none of our components do that.
Okay.
Therefore, that CVE is just not relevant. It's no reason to do a bug fix release because there is no bug.
Okay.
And therefore, we also don't need to update in the stable releases. We could, of course, update, but then what's the point if we don't do a release?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, at least on my end, I agree with that also. It takes a lot of work to kind of go ahead and kind of release. If there's no real bug we're fixing, then no point.
Okay, then agreed. Then we're fine.
Yeah.
So but we just want to remember if we need to do update, then if we need to release stable release for something else, then we should update this one. Okay.
So I have one related question. So for the 1.17 bump on the master branch, some of these sidecars use Prowl from release tools, which is currently checking against Go 1.16.
It's actually defining it. It's defining it. It's not just checking, it's defining how we build our components. Okay.
So would it make sense to bump Prowl, the default version in Prowl in release tools?
Yes,
okay.
That's how we do it. We bump the version in the CSI release tools and then propagate that change via our usual mechanism. And then the next build will automatically use that Go version.
Okay, excellent.
And I can push, I can start that process and create PRs. I just like to remind everyone to actually merge them then too, because the last time I did it, it took a month and repeated pinging of some people to actually get all of the PRs merged, which is just annoying for everyone involved.
Yeah, so you can maybe, add those in this meeting, just to add a note there, even if you can't attend, just say you need those to be reviewed, then people who attend this meeting can help you merge those.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Hello?
Yes. Yeah,
so we move on next one, or?
Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, I think we're all set for this one. Thanks, Patrick. Okay. Okay, so next one is Yang. Yang have this. Is this new? Oh, is this from the email? Is that related to the email? Or someone sending an email?
Is this no.
Oh, this is a different one? Okay, all right.
Maybe I missed some email.
And there's there's someone sending email on the okay, let me actually open this one. There's someone sending email on the SIG storage. Oh, maybe this is not the same.
I don't follow the secret storage. Maybe I should,
oh,
because
maybe
they must have solved it somehow.
This is your document. You wrote this up.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, then that's a different one. I thought there was something else about something. But maybe that's I forgot.
Do you know where? Maybe somebody tried something I
Oh,
do.
somebody says he talked to you. So now I need to.
Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Let me actually. Okay. So why don't you go ahead and talk? Let me find the.
Yeah. So I'm helping another team here in Red Hat to implement a secrets using CSI, very similar to the secret store upstream project that I think HashiCorp started. So, and we want to have the secrets really the same like in Kubernetes. So we want them atomically updated from the external source. And for that, we need them read-only in user spots. If they are not read-only, then there are some security issues that like people could steal secrets of each other or do something bad. So I was wondering how to make such inline CSI volume read-only. If I mark it as read-only in a pod spec, then the CSI driver gets node publish request for a read-only volume, and like the CSI driver provides read-only volume, which is not then really useful because Kubernetes cannot apply FS group, which container runtime doesn't apply, Linux, and this kind of stuff. So I looked what the existing secret store CSI driver does, and they ignore the read-only flag basically. So they get node publish request for read-only volume, but they provide something read-write. Kubernetes does this thing, does the FS group thing, container runtime does the Linux thing, and in the end, it is bind mounted to a container as read-only, but at the very end. And this is actually what I want. Like I want everything read-write, but except for the pod. There are also other solutions, like the solution one, like we could extend CSI. I don't think it's a good idea. The second solution is to add some flag into CSI driver so Kubernetes knows that it should ask for read-write volumes and do the read-only thing afterwards. But again, I don't think it's a good idea. So the existing solution that others already use, like ignore read-only flag, seems to be okay. And the question is it really okay? Am I missing something? And if it is okay, then we should probably document it so nobody changes the implementation accidentally.
So your solution 3, can you explain a little bit more?
Well, as I said, like the CSI driver ignores the read-only flag from Kubernetes. So Kubernetes calls node publish volume with read-only flag. CSI driver ignores it. It mounts something read-write, and it returns to Kubernetes. Kubernetes applies FS group as usual because it's writable volume. Kubernetes gives the volume to container runtime with read-only flag. But before container runtime starts the pods and starts the container, it applies as Linux context, and in the end, it binds mount the volume to the pod as read-only.
Right. So in what case the driver will ignore, or the driver should apply read-only?
Like the driver got node publish request with read-only flag, and it provided read-write volume instead. So it ignores the read-only flag from Kubernetes.
So it always ignore.
And well, it's up to the CSI driver, but for me, the driver provides only secrets. It doesn't provide anything else, so it will always ignore it.
This is a different driver.
Yes and no. Like the existing one, the secret store driver also ignores it always.
So this is like a CSI secret driver handling secrets.
Yeah.
we have some existing such driver.
Yes, the one it's linked in the document. Let me find. Yeah, at the very bottom, the second line from the bottom, there is a link to existing CSI driver that ignores it. And yeah, so that's an existing CSI driver. It ignores the flag, and the only thing it does, it requires all the volume mounts in a pod to be read-only. Because otherwise, a pod would get the volume as read right, and that's not what the driver wants. It must be read-only, otherwise it has implications in security. So, and like, this is kind of a hack. That's my problem with it.
The solution 3?
Yeah, like it works. People are using it. People are happy with it, probably. But I don't know. It feels hack. So CSI driver intentionally ignores read-only flag from the kubelet. So if we document it, if we say it's okay, then I'm fine with that. Actually, it would save me a lot of work. But I would like it somehow promoted to be like official in the inline volume cap, which is still beta, by the way. So we have such option.
You think this scenario only useful for inline volume, not other volume?
Yes. Like if it is persistent, then read-only volume should stay read-only probably all the way. Good question. Like entry in Kubernetes, we use the same thing for secrets. We don't use the same trick for anything else. So yeah. I would say people are fine with that, and we should use it only for inline ephemeral volumes. Yeah.
So it's mostly used for ephemeral volume or inline. So I always get a bit confused. So inline and ephemeral are two
like
properties.
Both of them are this. Well, we have inline ephemeral volumes, and then we have generic ephemeral volumes. Both are ephemeral.
So how about the general ephemeral volume?
General ephemeral volumes uses PV, PVC, and I don't know. I don't find it useful there. But well, maybe somebody will come in the future. You never know.
So this, I feel, mostly useful for ephemeral type of volume, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I don't know. Patrick is working on the ephemeral volume. Whether Patrick has some thoughts on this?
Is Patrick still here?
I'm still here, but how is that's CSI ephemeral CSI volumes, not that's ephemeral. I'm not the generic ones. I basically stopped working on the CSI ephemeral quite a while ago when I figured out that it doesn't suit my use cases.
Yeah.
Sorry, no particular opinion about this.
Oh, so many terms. I'm easily get confused.
Yeah.
So I think
you're saying that it's driver vendors ship this. Okay, so it's not like a generic admissions workgroup. Driver will help you do the thing.
Yeah, like driver depends on some behavior of kubelet, which is not obvious, I would say.
But I thought we are trying to get drivers not to
yeah,
write this kind of thing.
This is this inline CSI ephemeral volume, which is already Kubernetes extension. This is not in CSI. We use already some extensions of the protocol in kubelet for this. So we can codify something just Kubernetes specific here. This is okay.
Well, because this is actually not really a CSI. Yeah, it's a little weird. This means
yeah, look, we are using CSI to extend Kubernetes to do weird things. For example, provide secret volumes, which is not persistent volume as CSI is designed to provide.
So like I'm looking at the solution 2, right? It's kind of like make it more explicit.
Yeah, yes, that's possible.
So basically read-only is right now it's just one field in the pod spec, but actually the implementation details could be very different. So we could implement read-only at different layers. Right now, there's no way to differentiate how.
Yeah, like I can imagine like API change. I'm not sure it's the right approach. Definitely, it's more obvious.
Yeah, so if we could automatically decide what is the right kind of way to implement read-only, depending on other existing, let's say, information, either the type or volume type or volume, some other property of volume, that's kind of a little bit better than adding a new flag.
I'm thinking. No, I don't think like Kubernetes knows anything about the CSI driver, except for what's written in the CSI driver. Or what
it's not a kubelet decision. It's mostly the driver need to ignore read-only flag and just.
Oh, yeah, like if the CSI driver knows. These are special CSI drivers already. Provide persistent volumes, they provide secrets or config maps or whatever. They're already special. They implement a Kubernetes extension of the CSI protocol already. So they could know they should ignore read-only flag. Well, they do it already. Like we have a CSI driver that already does it. They ignore the read-only flag.
Right. Then Kubernetes, no change needed at Kubernetes side.
No, it works. It's just it looks like a hack that could or a bug, misusing a bug that could be fixed later. Like somebody later could see, hey, I ask for read-only volume, I get read-write, so that's not what I want. Let's raise an error.
Yeah,
it's not obvious how it works. So what I'm suggesting in the solution tree, like make it more obvious, document it, and provide some webhooks around so users in the pod spec is always read-only flag, but that's something that the driver vendor has under control totally. So the driver must get the read-only flag. That's true. But again, that's something that the driver vendor can ship a webhook and that's it.
So implementation-wise, you think it's easy to implement that way?
like it's already implemented in kubelet this way. I'm just suggesting to promote it to real solution instead of hack. Just the documentation piece.
You need to driver vendorship admission webhook that adds read-only.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's something we can document and recommend.
So, yeah, I think anyone else has opinion, maybe to comment on the Yang's proposal. So it's not like a deadline for this, right? So people can continue to discuss.
No, yeah, we can discuss it. If there is going to be an implementation, Kubernetes side will be 124 at the earliest. If there is any implementation needed, because I don't think so.
Okay.
If go with solution 2, that is a new flag. That's CSI.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like solution 1 and solution 2 definitely need API review and this kind of stuff. Okay. Alpha beta gates and well, knows what.
Okay. So I think we should comment on these different solutions and see how people vote on different solutions.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? We kind of passed the meeting time already, but since tomorrow is the code freeze, like yeah, please bring up anything you need, yeah, before to make sure we meet the deadline. So yeah, anyone? If nothing we need to discussion, then we can end today's meeting. I think there is a few items like I will follow up, and if you need any reviewers, like directly ping, so they can prioritize review. Is that okay?
That sounds good.
Sounds good.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.